Hey guys, so this is Prince the Salamander, and he has an American flag bandana on his neck. That's something that I bought from Icings, and then I never wore it. I just put it on him for accessories. So yeah, so he's a very flat plushie, and I thought it'd be cute to make him into a person. He's not really like a super, well, it is a 3D thing because he's a plushie, but his character design is very 2D-ish. So yeah, so I decided to make him into a person. He does have this crest on his head, and that's why I call him Prince, because it looks like a tiny crown, but honestly it's a part of him because he's a salamander. I was debating whether or not to make that crown, like the crest, his hair or like an actual crown on his head. I really wanted to give him a crown, so here we are. I ended up giving him a crown, which will represent the crest on his head and then actual hair that he has. So I made his hair super spiky, and originally, I don't know, I wanted to make that like resemble the crest that he had, but because I'm giving him a crown, it's different. And I also gave him ears. I don't know, but this hairstyle that I drew, I didn't really use any reference or anything. I just wanted to do like a spiky hair, and the sides of his hair, like the locks on the sides, I really wanted to be more curly, a bit curved to his face to like kind of frame his face. Um, I didn't use a reference, so I ended up doing a short haircut. I really wanted to give him like long hair, but in the end, it ended up really short because I thought that would be better for his personality in terms of like what the actual salamander looks like. And so his claws are actually a golden brown color, which I ended up making like the tips of his fingers be that color to represent his claws, and then the rest of his body is yellow. I don't have like that super creamy yellow though, which he is supposed to be. So I used the lightest yellow that I could find in my like markers. So close enough, I guess. Um and yes, I made him wear the bandana on his neck, and I don't know why. I ended up giving him like a kimono style type of clothing. The way that I colored in though is matching the bandana, so yeah. Here I am just shading in like his body first. I really like the super long sleeves looks that like the kimonos have, so I ended up giving him that. I wanted to kind of stay away from like short sleeves because normally a lot of my characters have short sleeved shirts or tank tops. So I was kind of trying to stray away from that and do like longer puffy sleeves instead. He's a very elegant character with like the clothing and the hair that I gave him. Also, I guess I made him that way because his name's Prince, and I wanted him to be like kind of like royalty in terms of a character. For his eyes, they are gray because the plushie, his eyes aren't like actually black, they're just gray, so I decided to keep that. And then for his hair, I decided to do a different color. So I was gonna make it the golden brown, which was the same color as like his spines and like his crest and his claws. But then what happened was I felt that it would blend in too much with the crown, because the crown that I put on his head, I wanted to be that color too. So I ended up giving him green hair. It's a pretty dark green hair, like green color for his hair. And the reason why I did like a darker green is because Normally when I do characters with like green hair, I do lighter greens. So this time I wanted to do like a darker one. And I thought this would match with the whole like golden brown and the yellow. I don't know why I was gonna do purple for his hair. I think it's because yellow is the opposite of purple. But I decided to stay with like earthy tones when it came to his hair, so I made it all green. To be honest, the way these spikes are on it's your right side, but his left side, but the way they are, I ended up like coloring, like outlining it and coloring it the opposite way that it looks. So my bad. I just didn't remember, because once you color over marker, sometimes you can't see where the pencil lines are anymore, and then some stuff changes. So for me, I didn't remember like that all the hair was swooping to that side, and instead I ended up making it more balanced, which is okay. To be honest, I don't hate that, but yeah, it doesn't look how it looked when it was in pencil. I made it that his hair is super spiky, so the crown is resting on like the side of his head, on the spikes of his hair. It's kind of hard to tell where I'm shading, to be honest, because all the greens that I used were super dark. Um, some colors are nicer in person rather than on camera, where like in camera it might be harder to see, but in person you can see like the differences between the different shades of green. And then here I'm just making sure that I'm like shading it more with another green. So there's usually 3 colors that I use for the hair always, so that way the different shades show like the different depths of the hair strands. And then I'm coloring in his crown. I really like the crown. I made it super simple. It's not like anything special because I wanted it to look like his crest that's on his head rather than just making it, something that's like overly complicated. It's to keep the cuteness of it a bit, but I know it's hard to make characters cute when they look more like human-like. And then I am coloring in his bandana first. So for his clothing, I decided to keep it the same colors as his bandana, which are the American colors, the blue, red, and white. I honestly don't know why I put the bandana on him to begin with, but I think it looks cute, so we're gonna stick with it. It's been on him for like a couple years, so that's just what he wears now. So his inner layer for the kimono is actually like a white. I wanted it to be simple. I didn't want to put like so many colors because there's already like blue and red. So for the right side, I copied the red and white. I was going to make this completely solid red, and then I thought to myself, adding the stripes would be nice. Even though I do have white in the center already, I thought making it striped would be different, like just add some intricate patterns. Sorry, something's caught in my throat, so if you hear me, like my voice keeps fading out, that's why. But yeah, But anyways, I wanted to add some patterns to his clothing, so I decided to make it that it was striped rather than just be a solid color. And then I'm just shading in some of the red. I do use gray to shade in like some parts as well, because it is like there's white on the part as well for the sleeves. And then the other side, I made it that it was solid blue. I didn't want to add stars, to be honest, because I thought there would be too much going on the outfit. So in the end, you'll see I put like one star on one side of his like sleeve, and that's it. I didn't want to add any more, so he only has like one star on his sleeve. This blue was running out of ink, so it was dying, to be honest, this marker, but I was trying to use it still, so because I started off with it, so I just was like, I'm gonna use it and then shade it in. Hopefully it looks okay. I think it looks fine. It's just when you start running out of ink, it kind of looks a bit sloppy, to be honest. And then now I'm just shading in like the areas that should be like a darker blue. And yes, I did keep his tail, and then I gave him human ears because I felt like his character didn't really look that good without ears. And normally, when animals aren't supposed to have ears, I don't give them those, but depending on the character, sometimes with the hairstyle and stuff, it would be better with ears. So, yeah. And that's basically it for this drawing. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Check down in the description box below if you want to see on my social media. It's down there. I will be posting process work of this drawing as well. I'm so behind on posting process work, to be honest, because I've just been tired. Like, what is it? Just the other day I passed out for like 4 hours, and normally I don't nap for that long anymore, but I got exhausted. So I've been trying to like keep up with posting process work. If you have any like suggestions or requests for any characters that you like, let me know in the comment section below, and let me know what you think about this character. Should I do more characters based on plushies that I have, or do you want me to do more like dragon shapeshifters or different actual real anime show characters that exist already? Overall, I think he turned out pretty nice. I say that about every drawing, but that's because I don't really set a high expectation level. I feel like for art, a lot of people set like too much expectation levels on themselves, and they always tell themselves what motivates them is, I used to have a friend who did this. He's like, what motivates me is telling myself that I'm not as good as this actual artist that's like really popular online, like on YouTube, Twitter, or Tumblr, and that type of deal. And to me, it's kind of unhealthy. So I always say, even if I make a mistake in the drawing, I should be happy about it, and then you can always learn from your mistakes and grow as a person. So definitely for art, I feel like don't beat yourself up about like making a mistake when you're drawing a character or coloring in something wrong. You know, it could always turn out super pretty in the end. I feel like this one, I really like it, even though it's kind of random with the colors, but he's super pretty. I didn't really have like a rough sketch of what I wanted him to look like either. So it's kind of like a surprise to me too after I drew it. Overall, pretty good. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And then here's where I added the stars for his bandana, and then on his one sleeve too. So he just has a big one there. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye!